My name's TTL, and these are my top 5 props for today for MLB. Today is September 11th, 2024. Yesterday, we had an absolutely immaculate day. We went 4-0. Unfortunately, Osvaldo Bido did not play, so it turned into a 4-pick if you took him in a 5-pick, but absolutely crushed it. That would still be a 5X because it unfortunately would be flex, but we crushed it. If you guys are interested in VIP, I do post slips every single day for PrizePicks, UnderDog, and more in VIP. $20 a month. You can use the link in the pinned comment, or you can sign up to UnderDog using code TTL when you make your first deposit and when you sign up. And when you sign up, just use code TTL. You'll get a deposit bonus up to $1,000 and a free month of my VIP when you join the Discord. Just let me know after you join Discord. Really quick before we get started, though, I do want to mention predictiveprofits.ai. It's normally $119 a month. You can get half off your first month by using code TTLNFL. You also get a 7-day free trial. And guys, it's up over 100 units since it started a little over a month ago. Go ahead and take a look. It's going to be worth it, I promise. And let's get into today's 5 MLB props. So our first prop of the day is going to be Bowden Francis over 5.5 pitcher strikeouts. This is versus the Mets. And when I first saw this prop, I was a little bit worried when I saw it was against the Mets, because when I think of the Mets, because MLB season is a few months in now, when I think of the Mets, I'm like, they don't strike out very often. Like, I don't really know about this prop. It may be even an under. And then I took a look at it and I realized the Mets are striking out a lot lately. So at the beginning of the season, they were not striking out very much at all. And when you take a look at current strikeout rates, it's kind of just a great spot to take Francis over. So let's go ahead and take a look at Outlier and look at his stats today. We can take a look right here. We can see he's gone over in 6 of his last 10 games. In 2024, he's played 10 games. So that's perfect. 6 of his last 10. At home, he's went over in all 3 games at home this season. And he's went against teams that do not strike out very often. He went against the Phillies and he got 6. He went against Baltimore. The Orioles do not strike out often at all. He got 7 strikeouts versus them. He has an average of over 8 strikeouts per game in these 3 games. And when we scroll down, he's going 6 innings pitched per game. And we scroll down even further. The Mets versus right-handed pitchers are middle of the pack for the season. 22.8%, 15th out of 30th. But over their last 30 games, they are 28th of 30th, a bottom 5 team in striking out per game with a 27.2% strikeout rate. This is a phenomenal spot to take Francis over. Let's lock it in and let's go on to play number 2 of the day. Play number 2 is going to be Nick Pivetta over 5.5 pitcher strikeouts in that same spot I was just talking about against the Orioles. 819 people have already taken this today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the reasoning why. So over his last 10 games, he has gone over this in 8 of 10 games. In 2024, he's been over this in 59%, 13 of 22. And at home, he has went over in 6 of 9 games, 67%. He's going an average of 5 innings pitched per game. And although Baltimore are not striking out very much this season, we do see a negative trajectory, I guess you could say, positive for us. But they go from 10th in 2024 to 17th over their last 30, going from 21.1% to 22.4% strikeout rates. And we can see Nick Pivetta's stats are absolutely phenomenal. 28.4% strikeout rate. And we can see he's in the top 8 percentile of pitchers. So I'm loving this spot today. Let's lock it in and let's go on to spot number 3. And again, guys, I do want to remind you as I'm switching this over, use code TTL on UnderDog. Get your deposit bonus up to $1,000 and join the Discord to get your free month of VIP. But our third pick of the day is going to be Michael Toglia. Under 1.5 hitter strikeouts. This one doesn't start until 6:40 p.m. He's in a great spot to go under today versus Mize. I'm loving this position for him. And let's just go ahead and pull him up so I can show you these stats, because it's kind of unbelievable that he's on PrizePicks right now. I do think he will be taken to where he's either just a goblin at... Actually, this is a strikeouts prop. So they're probably just going to make this a demon at 2.5. At 0.5. unfortunately. But I'm loving this. Let's go ahead and take a look. So we can see Toglia, he has gone under in 8 of his last 10. In 2024, he went under in 67% of games, 66 of 98. That already looks phenomenal. But then when you take a look in away games, he's gone under in 70%, 38 of 54. Versus right-handed pitchers, he's gone under in 70%. When you pair the two, he has gone under in 77% of games that are away games versus right-handed pitchers. And typically, now don't get me wrong, typically when you're digging that deep, it's like, does that really matter? But these are all things that do matter. Whether it's at home or away matters a lot in baseball. And if they're a left-handed pitcher or right-handed pitcher, that matters the most in a batter versus pitcher matchup. And when you're combining the two, typically it's like, do I have enough of a sample size? But when you're looking at 27 of 35 games, this is a 35 game sample size. That is more than enough to go off of. And I am absolutely loving this under position right here. Let's lock it in. Let's move on to play number 4 of the day. So play number 4 is going to be George Springer under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And I actually love George Springer, so I hate taking his under. But I go based off the data, based off the stats. I do not go based off of gut feelings. So George Springer under here. He is going against Manaea tonight. Let's go ahead and take a look at him. So George Springer under 1.5. He has gone under in 8 of his last 10 and in 4 of his last 5. In the head-to-head matchup, he's gone under in 3 straight and in 3 of the last 5, as well as yesterday and the day before. In 2024, he's gone under in 59% of the games, and at home, he's actually gone under in 61%, 40 of 66, versus left-handed pitchers, 56%. Only an 18 sample size, so kind of low there, but still, 56% is still decent anyways. He's going to get his typical 4 plate appearances most likely in this matchup. And when we scroll down, we can see he's had 18 plate appearances versus Manaea, and he's gotten 8 hits, 5 RBI. So kind of a decent pace there. But when we dig deeper, versus left-handed pitchers, his batting average goes down from a .221 to a .191. And we can see Manaea's stats all across the board get better versus right-handed batters compared to left-handed batters. So with both of those combined, I'm loving this spot for Springer to go under. Let's lock it in, and let's go to our 5th and final play of the day. Yesterday we went 4-0, guys. Let's make it 5-0 today. Hopefully no DNPs, but Brandon Marsh over 0.5 total bases. This is another popular play, guys, and I do want to mention really quickly, all of these plays are in order of my favorite to least favorite. So Brandon Marsh is going to be my least favorite pick of the day. Francis and Pavetta are kind of tied as my top 2. And then Toglia, then Springer, then Marsh. But I'm still loving Marsh, though. If he made the video, that means I love him. So Brandon Marsh over 0.5 bases today. Let's go ahead and take a look. Over 0.5 bases. He's gone over in 8 of his last 10. He's gone over in 14 of his last 20. In 2024, he's went over in 57% of games and in 66% of games at home, 41 of 62. And we can take a look. He's gone over in 7 of his last 8. And his batting average versus right-handed pitchers goes up from a .252 to a .267. And Shane Baz, his ERA goes up versus left-handed batters. So I am loving this. Versus right-handed pitchers at home, he's gone over in 73% of games, 35 of 48. This is a beautiful spot for Brandon Marsh to go over today. Let's lock it in. And that's going to be my 5th and final play today, guys. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and I really do appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. It means a ton to me. Leave a comment down below to leave some engagement if you want to help me out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Go join VIP, $20 a month, or sign up to UnderDog using code TTL. Get your free month, and I'll see you in the next video.